Today, I turned NBA rivals into teammates, but with a twist. Everyone is in their prime. Starting off in Philadelphia, former teammates Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are playing together once again. Embiid wasn't too happy with the way Ben Simmons made his exit out of Philadelphia, and that's completely understandable. Simmons basically said, "I'm not playing basketball until you all trade me." And even once he got traded, this man still didn't play basketball. He gets paid about $40 million a year to sit the bench. But now Simmons is going to get a second chance in Philly playing alongside Embiid, and they have a really good squad. I do want to note that for each team I changed around the positions so that way they would have the best starting five possible. Now we're moving on to Milwaukee, where Dame and PG are playing together. I don't care what anybody says, that was a bad shot. But you might have noticed Giannis isn't on the Bucks, so where is he at? Antetokounmpo is in Los Angeles playing alongside James Harden. Harden famously said that it takes no skill to play like Giannis. He's 7 foot and all he does is runs and dunks. Moving on to Miami, JT and JB are playing together. Not Tatum and Brown, Tatum and Butler. The Celtics and the Heat have had a rivalry going on for quite some time now. Probably one of the best rivalries in the entire association currently. And the two players who are at the helm of that are Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum. Today, we're going to get to see them share the floor. Over in LA, LeBron and Curry are playing together. I know these two are kind of best buddies now, but when the Cavs and Warriors were facing off every year in the finals, I don't think these two guys liked each other very much. I remember when Bron blocked Curry and was talking trash, that might have been the peak of their rivalry. The Luka and Devin Booker rivalry is kind of crazy. The Luka special. And we're going to get to see those two guys play together. But in addition to that, Klay Thompson is here as well, because Klay, he doesn't like Booker either. Thompson was quick to remind Book that he has 4 rings. And you might have noticed Kyrie isn't in Dallas. That's because he's in Brooklyn. I put Kyrie on the Nets because, man, he had a lot of beef with the Nets organization, and also he had beef with Dennis Schroeder. Him and Schroeder both got ejected during a Lakers-Nets game. And also, when Kyrie was on the Nets, this man requested a trade about 200 times. And if I would have left him on the Mavs, they would have just had so many guards, it wouldn't have made sense. So yeah, Kyrie's in Brooklyn. Moving on to Phoenix, KD and Russ are reunited. Talk about a messy split up from an NBA duo. KD joins the 73-9 Warriors, leaves Russell Westbrook with Andre Roberson. In OKC, we got a rivalry that started before the NBA between Chet and Victor Wembanyama. These two have been going at it since their teenage years. Imagine them playing together, though. The defense would be ridiculous. And our final rivalry is in Washington. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Draymond punched the skill out of Jordan Poole. Now that you've seen all the rosters, we're going to go ahead and jump into the simulation. If you want to see more content like this, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. We drop 2K videos pretty much every day, and we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Season is over with, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is your most valuable player, averaging 33 points per game. That's crazy because he had Chet and Wemby on his squad, was still getting that many buckets. Speaking of Victor, he was the DPOY, averaging 24 and 11. The Thunder, they might have a powerhouse. But so do the Miami Heat. They won 65 games. Coach Spo was your coach of the year. Checking out the All-NBA first team, you've got Shai, Luka, Bron, K-Love, and Trae Young. Hey, what y'all know about prime Kevin Love? Here's your All-NBA second team, and then here goes your All-NBA third team as well. But what I'm really curious to check out is the standings. I want to see who played well and who didn't. Over in the Eastern Conference, it was really not even close. The Miami Heat were dominating. They won 65 games. Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler proved to be a winning duo, but really it was Kevin Love leading the way with his scoring and incredible rebounding capabilities. Also, the Milwaukee Bucks with Dame and PG, maybe the teammate chemistry was an issue. They weren't playing very well. They end up in the play-in tournament. Also, the Wizards with Poole and Draymond. I mean, let's be honest, we didn't expect them to do too much. And most of our teams with rivals were over in the West, so we're going to spend a little bit of time looking at the standings. The Thunder were number 1 with 65 W's. Bro, defensively, oh my goodness, man. Wemby, Chet, J-Dub. Why are they starting Dort over J-Dub? Let me move J-Dub to small forward. That way, he'll be in the starting lineup for the playoffs. That just makes more sense. 2 seed was the Mavs. Yeah, you get Luka, Book, and Clay. The shooting abilities would be crazy. Clippers were in 3rd. The Giannis and Harden pick and roll plus the defense with Kawhi and Antetokounmpo. Come on, man. You had the Lakers. They just barely got that 6th spot, securing a playoff spot. They didn't have to fight through the play-in. It was Steph Curry and LeBron James. Both of them not putting up as crazy in numbers as you might expect, but that team did have a lot of star power. Suns are in the play-in tournament with the Brody and Kevin Durant. And now I think we're all good to jump into the playoffs. The Nets get eliminated in the play-in. So do the Milwaukee Bucks. So we see Kyrie get eliminated and then also Dame and PG. But don't worry, we have plenty of teams involved in this first round. We've got OKC and Phoenix, KD and Russ taking on the Thunder with Chet, Shea, and Wembanyama. Another pretty fun West matchup, a battle of LA, Lakers, Clippers. You've got Curry versus Harden, Bron versus Kawhi, Giannis versus AD. And then the Mavs, they're just about to curb stomp the Warriors. Over in the East, you got the Miami Heat taking on the Toronto Raptors. And the Heat are actually down 2-0 early, so we'll keep an eye on that series. And the Sixers will be taking on the Knicks. Philly with a loaded squad, but the Knicks, they got a really nice lineup of their own. The Lakers with Bron and Curry get swept by the Clippers with Harden and Giannis. The Mavs make easy work of the Warriors. And our other series are still going on. There goes the Suns with the Brody and KD. And the Heat will take care of the Raptors in 6. Philadelphia does the same to the New York Knicks in 6. So now we're moving on to round 2. We've got Mavs Clippers. This is going to be a fun one. We've also got the Thunder taking on the Wolves. Anthony Edwards is going to have his hands full in this matchup. And then over in the East, we've got the Heat versus the Sixers. This one could go either way. Never mind, the Sixers got swept. Clippers got beat in 5 by the Mavs. But the Thunder and Wolves, we're all tied up at 2 apiece, headed into Game 5. We're going to jump in the Simcast here, and it'll be OKC with a convincing Game 5 win. Shea is averaging almost 40 in the NBA playoffs. Oh my goodness. Will the Thunder close this out in 6, or will the Wolves force 7? With the way Shea's been playing, well, I thought the Thunder would win this in 6, but maybe not. We got a 4-point ball game right now, minute 35 left. Wolves have the lead and the ball. If Minnesota wins this one, they go to a Game 7. If they lose, they're out of here. Ball will go into Ant Edwards. He's defended by Jalen Williams. Edwards attacking the basket, spins, layup is off. A smooth move, but not a good finish. What did they say? $1 million move, 10-cent finish, something like that. Shea gets the ball. He's going to go at Mike Conley, drawing the double, still goes up, still scores. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a man on a mission in these playoffs. Minnesota's lead just got cut to 2, but Ant's going to go to the basket and get the lead right back to 4. Still over a minute to go for Oklahoma City, but you're going to need buckets and stops if you're the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander draws the double, kicks out to J-Dub for a 3. Williams knocks it down. And we've got a 1-point game. Let's see what Ant's going to do here. Edwards just had that big dunk for the Wolves. Ant will get the screen from Luka Garza. Wide open 3 for Edwards is good. We're seeing some high-level shot making here in the clutch on both sides. And that's bad news for the Thunder because the Wolves have had an answer for everything OKC does. Shea goes up with a tough shot and misses it. Conley the rebound, and that might do it. It looks like we've got a Game 7 on the way between the Timberwolves and Thunder. Naz Reid with a 30 ball for Minnesota, and Shea, he wanted this one to be over with. So did Wembanyama. But the Timberwolves with a really nice team win to force Game 7. And talking about rivalries, I think that the Wolves and Spurs could have a really fun rivalry in the future. Wemby versus Ant. I hope we get to see those teams face off. And right now, we've got a close one in Game 7. It is a 1-point ball game. Thunder have the lead. Wolves have possession of the ball. Can Wemby and Chet make some big defensive plays, maybe some big offensive plays as well, to close this one out? We're about to find out. And Edwards has the rock. He's defended by Lu Dort. The Thunder was such a great defensive unit, but they give up a wide open three to Edwards. They got lucky because he missed it. Now here comes Holmgren in transition. Chet swings it to Jalen Williams. Currently, Shea isn't in the game, so they're going to have to wait for him to check in. In the meantime, maybe they go to Wemby. Yep, they dump it down to Wembanyama in the post. Victor's hook is up and it's in. 3-point lead for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Vic's trying to lead his team to the conference finals. Now here comes Ant Edwards for Minnesota. Edwards gets it poked away by Holmgren, but McDaniels is open and he knocks down the three. Tie ball game, less than a minute 30 left. Huge bucket from McDaniels. Jalen Williams gives it right to Wembanyama for the Thunder. He puts up a tough shot, misses it. Not great shot selection there from Victor. Now the ball will go up to Edwards. He has room from three and he knocks it down. The Timberwolves knock down 2 consecutive threes and now they have a 3-point lead. Ant with 7 in the fourth, 42 on the night. Williams with it. They're going right back to Victor Wembanyama. Wemby going at Towns and he's fouled. That's big for the Thunder. They can score with the clock stopped, and also this will give Shea a chance to check in. First free throw for Victor is good. Second one for Victor is up and it's off. Rebounded by the Wolves. That's a big miss there from Wembanyama. Ball will go up to McDaniels, who has an easy transition take. Shea fouls him too. Why would you foul there if you're Gilgeous-Alexander? Now the Wolves can expand their lead to 5. McDaniels knocks down the free throw. Jaden McDaniels coming up with some huge clutch time plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Can Shea come up with a big play for the Thunder? Gilgeous-Alexander step back jumper is off. Gobert the rebound. And it looks like this game is over with. The Oklahoma City Thunder are about to be eliminated by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant knocks down the free throw to make it a 6-point lead. Second one for Edwards is also good. I'm going to stay in here just in case the Thunder have a slight chance, but it's not looking good for them. Gilgeous-Alexander brings it up. He's going straight to the basket. Hop, step, fake. Layup is good. He cuts the lead down to 5, but there's only 31 seconds left, and now the Thunder are going to have to foul. With Conley at the line too, I mean, these are pretty much 2 guaranteed points. First one's good. Second one for Mike is also good. So that'll do it. The Minnesota Timberwolves get the W despite the brilliance of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Edwards putting his scoring capabilities on full display with 44 points in this one. And now we have a Western Conference Finals rematch from 2024, Wolves versus Mavericks. Obviously, the circumstances are very different. The Mavs squad looks very different. It'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. And then over in the East, we've got the Cavs taking on the Miami Heat. Cleveland's got a good squad of their own, but the Heat, they've been on a great run throughout these playoffs. They got off to a slow start, down 2-0 to the Toronto Raptors in round 1, but since then, they have yet to lose a playoff game. And that streak is continuing for Miami. They're up 2-0 on the Cavs. As for the Mavs, they're struggling, down 2-0. 3-0, are you kidding? The Mavs will finally take a game, but that series looks like it's all but over with. Over here in the East, though, we got an interesting series. The Heat, they were up 2-0 early on the Cavs, but the Cavs have fought back, and in Game 5, the Heat will get another win. 34 from Donovan Mitchell is not going to be enough, as Love and Butler have big games, and it's a 3-2 series. Heat on the verge of making the finals. Now we're going to head over to the West, where the Mavs are fighting to keep their season alive. Looks like they're going to get this to go at least 6. Reminder, they were down 3-0. Hold on. We'll see what happens in Game 6 over there. But first, we got to check out Game 6 in the East. Cavs fighting to keep their season alive. And this one is going to come down to the wire, maybe? Nah, the Cavs got it in the bag. Yeah, they win by 10. Love had a big game, but so did Mitchell and DG and LeVert and Jared Allen. It was a team effort for Cleveland. So we've got a Game 7 in the East. Will we get a Game 7 in the West, though? We're going to find out in the final 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Mavs are up by a single point. Wolves have possession of the ball. McDaniels will give it into Ricky Rubio. Rubio is defended by Booker. Now it goes down to Towns in the post. Towns with 2 defenders on him goes up and misses. Gafford the rebound. He'll give it to Luka Doncic. Doncic going right at Mike Conley here, working in the mid-range. Walks it back out to the 3-point line. Now he'll swing it to Klay Thompson. Thompson to Gafford. Gafford just standing at the top of the key. Not much time left for Dallas. He'll get it to Luka. Doncic to the basket. Bumps Conley, gets fouled by Mike. 2 big free throws on the way here for Luka. He hits the first. Second one for Doncic is also good, giving the Mavs a 3-point lead with 1:43 left. You gotta be nervous here if you're Minnesota. I mean, if the Mavs force 7, they got all the momentum to complete this 3-0 comeback. Ant to the basket. He gets the jumper to go off the window. Edwards will not go down without a fight. 1-point ball game here, about 1:30 left. Doncic draws the double, kicks out to a wide open Book. Booker can't hit. The Mavs could have really used that. Now Minnesota will get it to Edwards. Ant going at Booker. His layup is off. It looked like Ant had room, but he couldn't convert. Mavs moving in transition. Find Thompson open for 3. He doesn't take it. Instead, he goes to the basket. Misses the layup. Wolves now have a transition opportunity. Ant gonna let a 3 fly. He misses. These teams going brick for brick in clutch time. Luka Doncic with it. He'll fake. Doncic swings it to Washington. Washington taking his time. Gives it to Lively for 3. D Live, what are you doing? I know he made that 1-3 against the Celtics in the playoffs, but I feel like he probably doesn't have a high shot 3 tendency. He's taken 2 all playoffs. In what world do you think this is the time to take the 3? Oh my goodness. Wolves can take the lead with a bucket here. Costly mistake from Lively. Ant to the basket. Layup is off. Luka will grab the rebound, and Minnesota is going to foul. Rudy just fouled out the game. First free throw for Doncic is good. Even if Luka hits both, the Wolves can tie this ball game up with the 3. Second one from Doncic is also good. No timeouts left for Minnesota. You know who's going to take the shot. Anthony Edwards. Edwards brings it up, defended by Devin Booker here. Ant gonna take his time, try and get to the right spot and get a bucket. He'll get the screen. Wide open 3 is good. Tie ball game, 12.4 remaining. Anthony Edwards with a clutch bucket. He's been battling with these teams in this video. We've seen some great battles against the Thunder and now the Mavs. But can the Mavs deliver a game winner here? About 10 seconds left. Booker has the rock. Devin gonna get the screen from Lively. Book down to Doncic. Doncic draws the double. Kicks out to Thompson for the win. And Klay gets it to go with the buzzer. Game 6. Klay, the game-winning buzzer beater. Are you kidding me, man? Klay catches, shoots, and scores, doing what he does best. And now the Dallas Mavericks can pull off a 3-0 comeback. They're going to a game 7, and coming off that game winner, they got to be hyped. They got to be ready to win this 7th game. Oh, man. But before we check out Mavs Wolves game 7, we got to check out Cavs Heat game 7. And it'll be the Heat walking away with the W. We did it. Jason Tatum is going to the finals. Kevin Love with a huge game. Bam Adebayo a double-double. Jimmy Butler 16 points. And now we'll see who the Heat are going to be facing in the finals. Will it be the Mavs or will it be the Wolves? It'll be the Wolves. A huge dub for the Wolves. They win by 29 points as Ant drops 48 to lead his team. So it's Miami versus Minnesota in the NBA Finals. Anthony Edwards has gotten through some super teams in these playoffs, but the Heat, they have been very good all postseason. We'll see if Edwards can win this one. Game 1 goes to Miami. It wasn't particularly close. Game 2, another Heat W. They win by 10. Has Edwards run out of gas? It sure looks like it. Miami up 3-0. Hold on, maybe he isn't out of gas. Yeah, he is. The Heat win in 5. Kevin Love low-key carried. But Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler unite to win a championship. You also see Kevin Love step into the fountain of youth and help them out in their pursuit of a title. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.